seated today, although you could actually stand up and do your cool down. So let's see where we can start. Let's get back to our march and we'll take those arms back. So we want our heart rate to come down now. We want to get rid of lactic acid. So the movements don't have to be as fast, they don't have to be as big. There we are. Let's just take our knee out to the side, just do some upright rows with 2 arms to start with. Knee out to the side. Well done. And then heel forward, we'll do some curls. Curls. Well done. And back to a march. Then we're going to take your heel forwards, the heels this time, and we're just going to take our thumbs backwards. Let's do 1 arm at a time now, rather than 2. And put a little pause at the end of that sort of thumb backwards. Well done. Alright, so this time I'm going to take your knee out to the side and your upright row, so you're going to just take your arm out to the side instead. It can be this way or it could actually be alternating them. And a little pause at the end of each one. So this time you take your toes forward, tap with your toes, and this time you can reach up. See if you can reach up. Again, it can be same side, or it could be opposite. Tapping with your toes. A little bit of coordination involved in opposites. And have a little chuckle if you can't get the coordination going. Last one. Well done. Okay, back to a little march. Just bring that to a heel lift and then to a toe tap. You should feel the backs of your calves there beginning to feel as stretched. Let's do a little bit of breaststroke. Keep those elbows in this time, elbows in, and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Well done. This time put your hands on the back of your chair or on your hips. Lift your chest and squeeze those shoulder blades together, keeping the shoulder blades back and down. Well done. Nice easy breathing. Always breathe through your stretches. Well done. So that's the first stretch. So we'll just sort of carry on walking forwards and back for the moment. And now we're going to do the back of your arm stretch. So, well, let's take your one arm while you're lifting your toes. Put it on your shoulder, walk your hands down the back of your neck. Take your other hand to support it, to push it a little bit further. Try and get your elbow up above your head whilst your hand has gone down the back of your neck. A bit like putting suntan lotion on your back. Okay, well done. And then the other one, hand on your shoulder, down the back of your neck. Push your elbow up. Keep your chest lifted while you're doing this. You can reach a little bit further if you've got a nice long back. Well done. Okay, and just take those arms back now. Still tapping those toes. Might want to hold on to the side of the chair now, still with that nice long back. Just push your heel forward towards me. Well done. Okay, feet apart. Make sure that they're at least hip width apart here. You're going to put your hand on your shoulder, you're going to reach up towards the ceiling and you're going to reach over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back down to your shoulder. And again, up and over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back. Little tap. Let's do the same with your other arm. Up and over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down to your shoulder. And again, up, over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back and down. That's lovely. Well done. We've got a couple of stretches now for your legs. First one we're going to do is your calf stretch. So you can just put your heel forward and turn your toes up. I'm going to turn sideways to show you here. Okay, turning those toes up, keep your chest lifted. Just tap your other foot while you're doing that. You can have a bent knee for this one. This is the muscle that we are trying to stretch. And I'll show you in a second how you can do that behind the chair if you prefer. So change over legs while I go behind the chair and show you how you can do it with a chair. So standing behind the chair, put your one foot back, heel to the floor, bend your front knee, okay? Keep your eyes forward, keep your bottom tucked in. You should feel the stretch in this muscle here. Okay, so if your ankle flexors aren't particularly strong, this might be a better option for you. And instead of a chair, it could also be a wall that you're doing this against. Okay, and you should be holding this stretch maybe for 15 to 20 seconds. All right, 1 on each leg would be fine. And let's sit down again. All right, so our next stretch is for the back of your leg. So you need to be on the front third of your chair. So if you're not, let's start at the back here. If you're not at the front, hip walk to the front. Good little exercise, that one for walking on the floor on your bottom. So the back of your leg now, one nice long leg. Chest lifted, 2 hands on your bent knee. I'm going to hinge forward from my hips, relax my ankle, but I'm on my heel, and just hinging forwards. 3, 4, 5, 6. You just want to come up a little bit, lift your chest, and as you come down you can feel an extra stretch here. If you can't, you might want to move around until you can find that extra stretch in your lower back. And again, total length of this stretch could be, again, 20 seconds. Your hamstrings, this muscle here does get very short as you get older, so we do need to make sure that and maintain it for your posture as well as your mobility. Let's change over legs now. So the other foot is now forward, hands on your knee, hinge forward, and I am looking about 2 yards in front of me, 2 meters, 2 yards. So you shouldn't be looking forward as I am. You need to be looking a little bit lower so that you're keeping your head in line with your spine. And you should feel a stretch up the back of your leg here. All right, so that's and come up 1/2 inch. Really try and get that extra stretch in your lower back here as you come down again. Again, head in line with your spine, as you might have seen when I was sideways on earlier on. Keep breathing. Well done. Just coming up from there, march it through. Now the next stretch is for the front of this of your leg here, which you were using earlier on. Now if you're seated, what you can do is come over sideways onto your chair, hold on to it, catch hold of the back of your shoe and lift your heel up towards your bottom. Okay? It's not very easy, I will say that, but if you can manage it, great. If you can do it standing up, let's see how you can do it that way. So, You can do it by using your chair in two ways. Putting one leg in front of the chair and put the other leg on it, but it's resting, you're not kneeling on it. See, it's not rest, I'm just kneeling. Keeping my knees together, chest lifted, shoulders are back and down, stretching out the front of this muscle here. Keep your hips forward so it stretches it out a little bit more. Right, so that's one way of doing it. So that's two ways altogether. And the third one, standing up, holding on, lifting the leg away from the chair, catch hold of your foot, back of your shoe, back of your sock. Again, keeping your hips forwards. You can have a little bend like that. Knees together as well. Okay, and see how far up you can bring your foot. Okay, keep your chest lifted. Eyes forward will help you with your balance. And then of course you need to change over legs as well. There. So knees together, eyes forwards to help you with that one there, like that. You can have a knee bend. As a challenge, you can come up onto your toe. Again, holding it about 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, and then well done, that's all our stretches done.